Hey friends, happy Wednesday morning. It is going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. Check out that sunrise coming up behind me. Wow. Hey guys, I just wanted to share something that was on my heart this morning, something that I really, really hope blesses you. And I know it's something very, very timely. It's about trials. I mean, if you are a believer in Jesus Christ, you are going to go through trials. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And the closer you walk with Christ, unfortunately, you go through even more trials. But when we go through these, this is what David is talking about. We have to patiently endure these, because not just the effect that they have on us. You know, James 1, 2, and 3 says, count it all joy when you go through trials of various kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. But it also, when we go through these trials with joy, they lead others to the foot of the cross. And what I mean by that is it's easy, per se, to follow Jesus when things are easy, when you're on the podium, when your kids are doing well, when your finances are in great shape, when you love your job, when your health is good. You know, it's easy to follow Jesus, you know, during these times. But what about when things are bad, right? What about when we go through trials and the stock market plummets, or we're walking through a divorce, or we get a diagnosis of cancer? What then? But those are the times that people are watching believers, and they can see if our faith is sincere, and it will inspire them to seek this same God who gives us joy in the midst of all of this, right? That's why it's so important when we go through these trials to remember God's promise in Romans 8:28, that God works all things for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose. That means for the believer, we have this promise that no matter how bleak it looks, God is going to work it for good. And I'm telling you, there's been a lot of times when I have sat back and said, Lord, I trust you, but I don't know how you're going to work this one out for good. And every time he does, I'm in awe, and I'm like, wow. Wow. It not only strengthens my faith, but inspires those around me to seek him. And so in Psalm 41 through 3, this was my Bible study this morning. David clearly understood this, and he learned how to go through trials with joy, right? And he said, I waited patiently for the Lord. I'm paraphrasing. And it says that he inclined his ear and he heard my cry. I love this. He says, he pulled me up out of the miry pit and put my feet on solid ground. And I love this part. He says, God, the Lord put a new song in my mouth. Many will seek and fear you, Lord, and put their trust in you. And David was saying, because of the way that I go through these trials, I'm going to patiently wait, because I know that you're going to come through. And because of this, many will see you, and they will fear you, and they will come to know you. And this fear is not cowering down, you know, like, oh, he's going to strike me. It's this reverent awe of seeing what God is doing, seeing the way he works things for good, and sitting back and going, wow, that is amazing. And this is all that we have for God. So guys, I don't know what you're going through today, but if you're like me, you're always going through something. So patiently wait. It's this expectant anticipation of what God is going to do. It's where we endure trials just in a way that the world doesn't, right? So anyway, I really hope that blesses you. I have an early morning meeting, so I'm going to get off to the best job ever. It's going to be a great day.